Hello, my name is Jason, and I'm here with Express Your Art. I have run into this man here with these amazing tattoos on his arms. His name is Adam, and he has agreed to do a quick interview regarding his body art. And as you can see, he's also got some very gleaming piercings, which is awesome right there. And so, Adam, thank you for agreeing to this today.
Yeah, pleasure, man.
I wanted to ask you the first question. If you could tell me a little about yourself?
So I'm actually 20 years old. Grew up in LA my whole life. Looking to get a couple skills that honestly will get me to that good pay range just to live comfortably, just to move downtown and just kind of enjoy my life.
Awesome. In LA, that's going to be a hustle.
Yeah, man, I know. I understand the kind of, I'd say like what we're going through as kind of a city. So it's gonna be pretty tough, but I think I could do it.
Yeah, and as you can see, he's in a VinFast, which right now, that's the
Yeah,
car industry, everybody. That is a very, very cutthroat place, but if you can make it in there, you can make it anywhere.
yeah, for sure. I think it's very competitive, especially with the new car kind of brands coming out, especially with EVs in California. So it's pretty cool journey.
This is going to be awesome. I also wanted to see if you have any businesses on the side or if you have an Instagram you want to get out there, anything you're trying to hustle, feel
I
free
would
to.
say I would say the main thing right now that I'm trying to get into is electrical trade. So I do want to learn a couple skills that range in like a six-figure kind of salary. I think the side hustle or kind of my main, I would say, hobby would be clothing and design. So I think
Nice.
I'm kind of hyper focused on those things. Not too much right now. I still want to kind of be comfortable and stable. So I think to get into those things later on in my life and just kind of grow it to a point where I could get into a business and then kind of pass it on to my children or something. Yeah,
Awesome. It's a great set of future you have right there.
yeah,
Not a lot of people have things mapped out like that.
yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah, I think I thought about it for a very long time, man. I've taken a couple different routes. Growing up, I mean, I am 20, so I think when I was younger, I was really just trying to kind of understand where I want to go and where I want to be. So I think I've got it pretty, set out right.
That's pretty awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's
Yeah, thank you, man.
it's a great way forward. So I want to get into the mix here. If you could tell me about the first tattoo you ever got.
So actually, the first tattoo was the sun one. So a friend of mine is actually a tattoo artist. He's actually doing a lot right now. He's worked at about two shops right now. He's actually doing realism. Really proud of him. He's been tattooing since he was 18. I've actually got this tattoo when I was 18. This actually is one of his first tattoos. So I gave him a lot of trust. I mean, he's a really good artist. He's actually done all of the tattoos on me. So really proud of him, man. You guys could go check him out. Inked by James. He does a lot of graphic art. He's been doing a lot of work for iHeartRadio and so forth. So it's a cool, pretty cool experience seeing your friend kind of go into that industry and just to see what he's going to become, especially in a city like this.
It takes a lot of bravery to go ahead and get someone's first start on you, though. But it
Yeah,
looks like you did a
man.
great
Yeah,
job.
it was scary. I'm not gonna lie, because I'll never forget when he was just starting out. He was shaking with his hands still, so I know he was still learning. Still a learning process. But I mean, now he's doing way better. He's doing a lot of realism now, so it's within a 2 year, 3 year kind of time frame. It's good to see him grow. Yeah,
This is amazing. This is what it's
yeah,
like to support your friends and family, people.
yeah, man. I mean, one day I feel like he's gonna get to a place where he's gonna kind of feel good, comfortable, and kind of make it in the industry. So I believe in him, man. Yeah.
And when that shop comes up, I'm more than happy to rep it on here as well.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah.
So thank you for answering that one. Now we're gonna go with the last tattoo you've got.
Last
Which one would
tattoo is
that be?
actually the Panther.
Oh,
So
that's a cool
this one
panther.
was pretty tough. Hurt like hell. I think I like a lot of pain, man. I think this is the one that made me overthink tattoos in general. Like, damn, I probably won't get another one for a very long time. He actually did pretty good for this one. He was still in his early stages of tattooing, so him to kind of do the traditional kind of style was impressive. He went very dark on it, and then this is my favorite tattoo, so I'm kind of proud of him, man, and I like it.
Can you let me know why a panther?
So the Panther is mainly so I grew up kind of the Black Panther Party, kind of community wise. So I think it's very important that staying just together, uniting together, just being able to support ourselves as a community itself is really important. And I think during that time, we don't know how much power we really have as kind of a whole. So them to kind of hold it down with food, school, education and so forth is really important to me. So I think that's why I got that Black Panther tatted on me.
I
Yeah.
think a lot of people forget that community-based lifestyle is how most people get ahead.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, I think it's crazy, man. I mean, I think right now is the time where we're not as united. So I think that's why we're struggling a little bit more than maybe back then. And I think there's more prosperity that we could go, like, kind of move forward and more change, man. To be honest. Yeah.
That's a great take on this, man.
Yeah.
Not a lot of that on someone so young. It's interesting to see such an understanding of the world here.
Yeah. I think I grew up kind of seeing for things kind of what they are. So just, I mean, growing up, I think I know what I want to see and what change I kind of want to put out there. So it's very important, man. It's kind of the future of kind of our environment, and an environment to me is very important, especially when you're kind of bringing kids into this world. It's very just, it's real, man. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that future look.
Yeah.
I really hope more people tend to take that on themselves
Hopefully,
as well.
man. Hopefully.
This puts a bright spot on
Yeah.
the future.
Definitely.
So getting into the last few questions here, one of the first questions I have for you is, what do you think the appeal of tattoos are?
As far as like, okay, more details, do you have any like appeal as
In
how they
general,
looked?
like looking back on our human history until now, if you can think about why anybody would want to get a tattoo, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I would say art. So a lot of people I think are scared to kind of get their own personal taste and art on themselves, but I feel like we're not here for a very long time. Average person is gonna live only 75 years. That's only 75 summers, 75 winters. It's not a lot. So I think to be able to just take that chance to kind of do what you want with your body is very important, especially when you could cover up your body. I do it all the time with long sleeves, even just taking out the piercings sometimes when I don't want to have them and be so maybe loud. And yeah, I mean, it's very easy to cover up, so I don't really see it too much as a problem. I think right now we're going through a phase where tattooing is way more kind of accepted. So I'm glad it's moving that way. I know a lot of employers are, hiring kids with tattoos, which is great. Maybe the face though, I thought about the face, man. I'm thinking about the face, maybe getting my head tatted, but I'm gonna have to wait on that, man. Yeah.
Understandable, man. That's a pretty big step these days.
Yeah, it's a big. I think it's a lot, man. It's a big, yeah, it's just too much maybe. Even the hands, I think I'm gonna do the hands. Maybe not the head, my face, but the hands I think for sure I'm gonna do. Yeah.
I can see that. I've thought about that myself.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Next question we got is, do you think tattoos are becoming more or less popular?
I would say more popular. I think now that everyone's kind of getting them, it's becoming a little bit more normalized. I noticed in the 90s maybe or the 2000s there was a big boom of just tattooing. I think right now it's stopping. I think people, or maybe even young adults like myself, I think it's just, I'll be honest with you, the money. So they're expensive. I think if they had that extra cash sitting around and they really loved art, they would go and do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good take. I kind of feel the same way in a lot of respects that way.
Yeah.
Going on to the last question here, what are your thoughts on the stigma surrounding tattoos?
So the stigma, so you'd say the bad one?
There's a lot of old school thought, and it kind of goes into some of the new school. Sometimes people don't like them. Sometimes people don't want to see them in the works, the boardroom, or anything like that.
So I think I've seen a lot of terrible tattoos. I don't want to see terrible as not only badly done as an artist, but also tattoos that maybe should have been thought about twice. Not being judgmental. I think there's just certain things that should be on your body and maybe should not. So maybe maybe a curse word on you, or something 21 over and plus on your body. Maybe that's a little bit too much, I would say. But anything that's personal to you or just art, kind of things that you stand for, I think are very important. I usually don't get too many older people looking at me a different way. I think my grandma was a big one. She grew up in a generation where traditionalism. So when she kind of seen me marking up my body, she thought I was wild. She thought I was crazy. I think I started getting tattoos when I was 18, so it was pretty wild. I think my family kind of knew I was gonna get tattoos. I think I talked about tattoos since I was 15, man. I was pretty young, so I knew I wanted to get my body tatted up for a long time now. So once I kind of started getting them, I knew, like, yeah, I'm gonna get it done. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you very much for the time.
Yeah, pleasure, man.
And if you get anything in the future, feel free to let us know. We're happy to
Yeah,
connect
man.
with you in the
Yeah,
future here.
definitely. I'm honestly the next time I might have my whole body done, so probably won't even recognize me.
You never know.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you very much, and we hope you have a great day. Let us know if you need anything else, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, you too, man. Likewise. Have a good one,
Awesome.
guys.